But this right here, y'all, this is different. If you enter illegally, protest our laws, reject our constitution, and then wave another country's flag while torching our streets, you don't get to call that a protest. That's a performance piece called deportation pending. And if you don't believe in U.S. law, don't respect it, and don't plan to follow it, then you shouldn't be here, period.
Chaos erupts here in LA County. Widespread immigration raids triggering protests from Paramount to downtown. And tonight, an unlawful assembly has been declared as President Trump announces he will be deploying thousands of National Guard troops here to Los Angeles. President Trump has ordered 2,000 National Guard members to counter that violence. And that angered Governor Newsom, who said that the move was purposely inflammatory and will only escalate the tensions. Lindsay Pena is in downtown L.A. Sky 5 is over the situation as well, but let's go to Chris Wolf. He's in Compton tonight, where the clashes first erupted earlier. Chris?
Rick, unrest in Southern California continues tonight with more clashes between protesters and federal agents and deputies and police over expanding immigration operations. Take a look at the scene behind me. This intersection here in Compton has been the scene of several street takeovers, so it is a hotspot for activity. We've seen continual fireworks going off. The police chopper is overhead. Now President Trump says he is sending the National Guard to this region.
Y'all name one country where you can waltz in, legally or not, break its laws, protest against its rules, wave your own country's flag in defiance, scream death to your system, and then get rewarded with housing, food, and maybe a plane ticket to a city of your choice. I'll wait. Okay. You see, in most parts of the world, try entering illegally. Now tell their government what you're not going to do, and then top it off by rioting in the streets. Yeah, good luck explaining that to Dubai while you're eating however you pronounce their bread, through prison doors. So here's the deal. We're witnessing people, some are literally declaring war on the U.S. sovereignty, right? Burning flags and vandalizing property, all while flying the flag of the country they supposedly escaped from. I'm confused. So what kind of love-hate relationship do these people have with their countries? Now, do you hate them and you don't want to go back? Or do you love them and you're representing them by waving their flag? Okay. In the meantime, guys, U.S. citizens, many of them, veterans, families, working class people, are sleeping in their cars, rationing out food to their children, and then wondering where their next gallon of gas is coming from. Our system, our country, seems more focused on avoiding bad PR than enforcing basic compliance with immigration laws. And let's be clear here. This isn't about hate, not even close. I got good friends from overseas who did it the right way. They studied, they saved, they stood in line, they filled out paperwork, paid fees, worked their butts off, and now they're thriving in a land of opportunity, and some of them living better than me. That real American dream. Because why? They earned it, guys. So the outrage isn't about newcomers, it's about entitlement. The kind that says your rules don't apply to me, the kind that dares to burn the welcome mat while demanding room service. And let me ask you this. Are we wrong to feel outraged? Or is it time for U.S. leadership to show some backbone? Because honestly, guys, it's starting to feel like America's getting punked, and the taxpayers footing the bill are the ones getting played. And the whole thing missed me with the Jasmine Crockett thing, just completely missed me with that, because I have never seen anything like this whole Jasmine thing, okay? I've seen people break out of the ghetto, wanting to live the American dream and get out of the hood. I've never seen anybody breaking in. So that whole fake thing that she's doing, throwing tantrums and flipping her hair and splitting verbs and acting ghetto, it ain't, nobody believes that, Jasmine. It's not real. It makes zero sense. Okay. And you guys, pardon me, because honestly, I don't even know how I got on the Jasmine Crockett subject. She just like crossed my mind when I started to think about how much energy, bad energy that is, that she puts into helping other people, while it appears that she doesn't even respect the people that pay her salary. I'm just saying, it just sounds stupid. And I take nothing away from your passion if that's truly what it is, okay? I'm just saying, why break into the hood, into the ghetto where people that live there don't even want to be, okay? Now, if you walk there, if you go there with a purpose, to serve and so that people can have a vision for more, that makes sense. It certainly doesn't make sense for you to be breaking into the hood when you know, girl, you come from a privileged life. It's just stupid, Jasmine. And girl, you know what? You couldn't even survive in the true hood, Jasmine, for about 30 minutes. I'm telling you. So stop it, okay? You can represent people, okay? And you can certainly stand for what you believe is right without making a fool of yourself, okay? Now back to the subject at hand. Is it time to enforce the laws, protect the nation, and demand the same respect that we give? Because this idea that you can disrespect the house while demanding the keys to the fridge, give me a break, okay? Now, I know you've heard the old saying, don't try this at home. Exactly. Because deep down, they know they wouldn't dare. Not in their own country, not in Mexico, not in Guatemala, not in Honduras, and certainly not in Dubai. Not even on a good day in Canada. And that's the point. The only reason, guys, some of these offenders are out here disrespecting U.S. policy, rules, and regulations is because they know that the U.S. is soft, soft like butter on a summer sidewalk in Florida in August. They know that here you can cry, riot, break stuff, burn flags, demand benefits, and still somehow get a free bus ride, luxury bus ride, might I add, to the city of your choice. Like I said, they would never try this at home. That tantrum, that I'm not doing what you say meltdown, try that in your own country. Everybody's got to throw their tantrum somewhere, right? So why not in the US, the land of the free with no receipts, where the rules are optional and the welcome mat doubles as a doormat? So, like I said, no tea, no shade. But I bet you I couldn't even go 3 miles over the speed limit without some zealous police officer pulling a sister over and giving me a ticket, not a warning. So, how is it, might I add, that they can come over, do whatever they want to do, okay? Don't follow any rules or regulations and get paid for it, in essence? But this right here, y'all, this is different. If you enter illegally, protest our laws, reject our constitution, and then wave another country's flag while torching our streets, you don't get to call that a protest. That's a performance piece called deportation pending. And if you don't believe in U.S. law, don't respect it, and don't plan to follow it, then you shouldn't be here, period. You guys tell me what you think about this, because as far as I'm concerned, the sheer nerve of what we're seeing and why enough has to be enough at this point. And as always, guys, thank you for tuning in to Southern Confidential. And just go ahead, let me know what your thoughts are, what your positions are on this. Let's not turn it into a war between Republicans versus Democrats, because quite frankly, I think we have support on both sides against what's happening right now. And I don't want to talk about Trump and Musk, okay? So that little divorce that's going on right now, let's just put that to the side right now. Let's not make this about them. Let's talk about what's going on at the borders and with the riots and with everything that's going on with our laws being completely disregarded. All right, let's talk about it.